Now we're going to add some notes to this. And so I'll add a MIDI clip and double click so I can see the piano roll. And in the piano roll, and this is particularly for those who have no music theory knowledge, I'm going to choose either white notes or black notes. And for this demo, I'm going to go ahead with the black notes. So I'll choose this one right here and I'll input it. And I have a note that works. And so what I'm going to do to make a chord is I'm going to add notes on top of that. But they need to be other black notes. And I always want at least one other black note that we skip in between. So I'm going to create another note and go up to this to up two more black notes. And let me push this down an octave. And to get a 3-note chord or a triad, I'm going to add a third note. And I can do this again and again. So I'm going to duplicate this and use this as a starting point for another chord. So zooming in here. And this time, maybe I'll just get rid of this note and add another note on top there. And so now I have a second chord. And so I can hear how these sound together. Okay, so those sound very different as chords, even though they have two of the same notes. They have uh, very different tonalities. Um, but in sequence, they kind of sound interesting and intriguing, at least to me. And so they could work. If you don't like it, you could try, a different chord. So we could, for our second chord, we could bring these down. So let's see how this sounds. Okay, so that's a different sequence. And so you could keep experimenting with starting on different black notes, spacing them differently, as long as you keep one black note in between. And then one last thing you could do is I could take this middle note and I could bump that down an octave. So I still have the same 3 notes, just the middle note is now transposed down an octave. And so let's see how that sounds. Okay, and I'm starting to like that quite a bit. Now I'm going to show one last trick here. And another thing that we can do, and I'll create a third chord here, is we can put a note on every black note. And this works with the white notes as well. Put one on every black note. So I've covered all 5 black notes. And I'm going to actually make these short because this isn't really a chord that I want to play. I mean, we can see what it sounds like, but it's just kind of a cluster of notes at this point, which could be useful for something, but not very typical. But I'm going to drag these to the left so they don't play now. And then I'm going to hit the button for the drum editor, and I will just get those notes. And now I'm going to push them up a couple octaves, down a couple octaves. So I have a range of all these black notes. So now I'm just seeing the black notes, and I have 5 full octaves of black notes. And so that gives me a lot of possibilities of putting in some different chords here. So now I can just easily skip over a black note to get another black note and not worry about the white notes. And I can do different chords like this. And let's keep going. Can very quickly make chords now. I don't like this first one, it's kind of too high. Okay, and so I can just keep doing that as long as I want. Let me bring these down lower. It just doesn't sound that good very high, but. And let me transpose this note. Maybe I'll bring that down like that. And I can just keep changing these until I get something I really like. Okay, you'll notice that this now has two black notes that are closer to each other, but I did start from them being you know, separated. And so this is still the same note down here. And so that still kind of follows the rules of a chord. Okay, and it still works. And so sometimes you can get away with, using notes that are closer together, but you probably don't want to do all of them close together like we have over to the left here. All right, and I'll go ahead and stop there, and I'll see you later. Bye.